press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Today we shall discuss the lesson, the social science lesson in your history part, that is the coming of the British. Coming of the British. The history part, especially the 18th chapter, that is coming of the British. Let us learn about this lesson today. Okay. India was the very rich country in the olden days. It was very famous in the world for its richness. As a result, this situation attracts the Europeans to India. Understood? India was a very rich country in the olden days. It was very famous in the world for its richness. So this richness attracts the Europeans to India. So in 1453, one of the incident was held in the world. Do you know which was that incident was held? It was very important incident. It was held in 1453. Do you know that? Yes. In 1453, what happened? You know, Arabs closed the route to India. In 1453, Arabs closed the route to India. So this situation led to find the new route to India. So in 1453, an incident was happened. That is very important event in the world. Not only in the world, it is also very important event in the history of India. Do you know what happened? In 1453, the Arabs closed the route to India. As a result, this situation led to find new sea route to India. So on that time, many Europeans tried to find the new sea route to India. Especially the Europeans tried to find the new sea route to India. Among them, the Portuguese tried to find the new sea route to India. The Portuguese. Let us learn about Portuguese. You know who are called as Portuguese? The Portuguese means the people of the Portugal. Portugal was a small country in Europe. The Portuguese means the people of Portugal is known as Portuguese. They tried to find the new sea route to India. So many people try to find the new sea route to India. Among them, one of the person discovered the new sea route to India. What was his name? Do you know that? Yes, his name was Vasco da Gama. Vasco da Gama. Vasco da Gama was the sailor. He was the sailor of Portuguese. He discovered the new sea route to India in 1498. In 1498, the Portuguese sailor or the Portuguese explorer find the new sea route to India. He discovered new sea route to India. His name was Vasco da Gama. Have you seen the photo of the Vasco da Gama? Wait, I will show you. See, observe this carefully. This was the picture of Vasco da Gama. He was the Portuguese sailor. Observe, all of you observe this photo. So this was the photo of Portuguese sailor. His name was Vasco da Gama. He first discovered the new sea route to India. So he started his sailing from Portuguese, from Portugal. Portugal was a small country in the Europe. I will show you. Observe this map. Okay. Here is the Europe. Here is the Europe. Europe is the small country. Sorry, Portugal is the small country in Europe. He is sailing from the Portugal. He moved towards the south, and he surrounded the Africa. This was the African continent. Okay. On that time, he find the sea route to India via Cape of Good Hope. Here is the Cape of Good Hope. The southern tip of Africa is known as Cape of Good Hope. Okay. Via Cape of Good Hope. Via Cape of Good Hope, Vasco da Gama reached the India. At last he reached the India via Cape of, observe here, from Portugal he started his sailing. He moved towards the south. He surrounded the Africa. This is the African country. He moved towards the south and he surrounded the Africa via Cape of, here is the Cape of Good Hope. Via Cape of Good Hope, at last he reached the Calicut. Here is the India. So he reached the place called Calicut. Okay. In this way, the Vasco da Gama, the Portuguese sailor, find the first sea route to India. Okay. First he reached the Calicut. First he reached the place called Calicut. First he reached the place called Calicut. Okay. He came to India. Later, many Portuguese entered the India. They established their trading centers here. Especially in 3 places, they established their trading centers. Those were Calicut, Cochin, and Kannanur. Later, the Portuguese established their trading centers in many places of India. Among them, some of the important were Calicut, Cochin and Kannanur. I will show the map where the place is located. Okay. See, observe here. Here is the Calicut. Here is the Calicut, and here is the Cochin. Here is the Cochin, and another one is Kannanur. Here is the Kannanur. Here is the Kannanur. In these places, the Portuguese established their trading centers. So, why did the Europeans discover the new sea route to India? Because, and which goods have more demanded in the Europe? Do you know that? Which was that good attracts the Europeans to India? That was spices. 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 What do you mean by spices? Spices means sambara padarthagalu. Especially the cardamom, cloves, dalchini, etc. These were called as spices. Spices means sambara padarthagalu. So, these spices made the Europeans to find the new sea route to India, because these spices have the more demand in Europe. Why did the Europeans want these spices from India? You already know the Europeans were the non-vegetarians, isn't it? They eat meat, chicken, beef, etc. Isn't it? To make that meat tastier, they uses the spices. They uses the spices to make their food more tastier. They uses these spices. For that purpose, they want spices. Not only they want the spices to make their food tastier, and also they want this spices for the preservation of the meat during the winter season. For the preservation of the meat in the winter season, they want spices. For that purpose, they uses the spices. Okay. They want spices. For that purpose, they find the new sea route to India. These spices were grow more in India. That purpose, they wants to have the trade link with India. As a result, they discovered the new sea route to India. Not only the spices have great demand in Europe, and also the other goods were also have more demand in England or Europe. Those were silk and gold. Silk and gold. You already know silk and gold are more valuable things, isn't it? So they also want silk and gold from the India. These goods made the Europeans to find the new sea route to India. As a result, Vasco da Gama, the sailor of Portuguese, first find the new sea route to India. Okay, in this way the Portuguese start their trade in India. Later, what happened, you know, after the few years, the Portuguese traders observed the situation of the India. What is the situation of India at that time? There are so many small kings, rulers were ruling here. There was no unity. There was no unity. That small kingdoms or the small kings, small states, they are very weak. They also have the enmity with each other. They have the enmity with the neighboring states. Okay, they always quarreling with each other. They are fighting each other. Okay, this situation make them weak. As a result, the traders of Portuguese, they decided to establish their trading monopoly in India using this unity. Understood? What happened here? What is the situation of India at that time? There was a small states were there. The many small kings were ruling here. They were weak and there is no unity. They always quarreling with each other. They are always fighting with each other. There is no unity, isn't it? For that purpose, the Portuguese traders tried to establish their trading monopoly in India using this unity. Okay, they established their trading monopoly in India. Later, after the Portuguese, the another Europeans came to India. Who were they? They are Dutch. They are the Dutch. The Dutch came from Holland. The Dutch came from Holland. Now it is known as Netherlands. So the Dutch followed the Portuguese. They also came here. They established their trading centers. They established their trading centers in Machilipattanam, Nagapattanam, etc. Machilipattanam, Nagapattinam, etc. In many places, they also established their trading centers in India. So, after the Dutch, the another European came to India. They are very powerful. Later they become very powerful in India. Those were the British. The British were come from England. England was also a small country in Europe. Okay. They also came to India for what purpose? The same purpose, for the trading purpose. The British were also came to India. Okay. When they came to India, on that time already the Dutch and the Portuguese were trading here. The clashes start between the British and the Dutch. Okay, the British, when the British came to India, when they start to establish their trading centers here, on that time the clashes start between the Dutchess and the British. As a result, the Dutchess gave up their trading centers to British and they went out from India. On that time, the another reason was the East Indies. East Indies. East Indies were the newly places discovered on that time. East Indies were the newly places discovered on that time. These East Indies attracts the Dutch. Okay, for that purpose, the Dutch gave up their trading centers to British and they went out because the East Indies attracts the Dutch. Okay, let us fill out how the British established their trading centers here and how they become more powerful in India. Let us learn about that. Okay. First, the British established their trading centers called British East India Company. The British East India Company. They established the British East India Company in 1600 AD. Okay, they established this trading center at England in 1600 AD. So, after establishing this trading center, they took the permission. They took the permission of the Queen Elizabeth first. Queen This British East India Company took the permission of the Queen Elizabeth first. Why did they took the permission of the Queen Elizabeth first? Because she was the ruler of England and Ireland. She was the ruler of England and the Ireland. As a result, the British traders took the permission of the Queen Elizabeth first. So, she gave the permission to this company. Later, this company entered to India. When they entered to India, on that time, they took the permission of the Indian rulers. At that time, who was ruling in India? Especially the Mughal Emperor Jahangir. Mughal Emperor, he was the Mughal Emperor. Mughal Emperor Jahangir was ruling in India. So, this British East India Company came here and they took the permission of the Jahangir. And also Jahangir sanctioned the permission to this British East India Company. When they came here, at that time, when they took the permission of the Jahangir, later they established their trading centers here, where they set up their trading centers, especially in Bombay and Madras. The British East India Company, they established their trading centers in Bombay, and Madras. This Bombay, nowadays this Bombay is known as Mumbai and Madras is known as Chennai. The British East India Company, when they came to India, they took the permission from the Mughal ruler, Mughal Emperor Jahangir, and they established their trading centers at Bombay and Madras. Nowadays, Bombay is known as Mumbai and the Madras is known as Chennai. Okay. So in this way, they start to establish their trading centers here. Okay. The next, after the British, the another Europeans came to India. Do you know, they were the last Europeans came to India. Who were those? Those are the French. Next, the French came to India. The French came from France. France is also one of the small country in Europe. Okay, from the France, the French came to India. For what purpose? The same purpose. The trading purpose. The same trading purpose. The French came to India. They also established their trading centers, that is known as the French East India Company. The French East India Company. It was established in 1664. Okay. In 1664, the French established their trading centers in France, and then later they came to India. Okay, they also took the permission from the Indian rulers. Later, they also set up their trading centers here. In which place they set up their trading centers? They set up their trading centers especially in Chandranagore. They established their trading centers in Chandranagore. Chandranagore in Bengal. And also they set up their trading centers at Pondicherry. Pondicherry near Madras. It is near Madras. Okay. The French came here. They also formed their own company, that is known as French East India Company. This company came here and they also established their trading centers in two places, that is known as Chandranagore in Bengal, and also they set up their trading centers in another place, that is known as Pondicherry near Madras. I will show that places in the map. Okay. Please observe here. Please observe here. Here is the Pondicherry. Have you seen? Observe here. This is the Pondicherry and this one is the Chandranagore. And also the Dutch established their trading centers at Machilipattanam. Here is the Machilipattanam. And also another one is Nagapatnam. Here is the Nagapatnam. And in this way, here is the Mumbai. Here is the Mumbai. Mumbai means Bombay. Here is the, have you seen? Have you observed carefully? Please observe carefully. Here is the Mumbai. In these places, they established their trading centers. Both were tried to have the monopoly. Both were tried to establish a monopoly in the trade. As a result, the conflicts was started between the French and the British. The British were also tried to establish their trading monopoly in India. In the same way, the French were also tried to establish their trading monopoly in India. As a result, the conflicts started between the British and the French. As a result, they fought many wars in India. The many wars were fought between the French and the British. Okay. At last, the British got victory and the French were defeated. Do you understand what happened here? The British and the French become enemies. For the purpose of trading purpose, they become the rivalry. They become the enemies. This situation led them to fight. Means the wars were held between the British and the French. As a result, British got victory and the French were defeated. Okay. Not only the British started wars with the French, and also the British started the war with the native rulers, because they want to hold some parts of India under their control. For that purpose, they start the wars with the native rulers. So as a result, it led many battles. On that time, the many battles were held in India. Let us learn about what were the battles were held and what was the reason for that. Let us learn about that. Okay. So in 1757, one of the important battle was held here, that is known as the Battle of Plassey. In 1757, one of the battle was held in India, that is known as the Battle of Plassey. The Battle of Plassey was held in 1757. Why did the Battle of Plassey was held in India, especially the place called Plassey? What was the situation on that time? Let us learn. Okay. After the death of the Aurangzeb in 1707, the Mughal emperor became very weak. After the death of the Mughal emperor Aurangzeb, the Mughal empire became weak. At that time, the British were very ambitious. They tried to take control of some parts of India. Means they wanted to take control of some parts of India. For that purpose, they start the war or battle with the native rulers. Especially, they wanted to bring Bengal under their control. Bengal. Why they wanted to take Bengal under their control? Because Bengal was the very richest state on that time. As a result, the British tried to control Bengal. The British tried to have the Bengal under their control. Okay. So on that time, who was ruling in Bengal? In Bengal, Nawab Siraj ud Daul. Siraj ud Daul was the Nawab of Bengal. Siraj ud Daul. D-A-U-L-L-A-H. Siraj ud Daul was the Nawab of Bengal on that time. Okay, the British wants to Bengal under their control. The British tried to have the Bengal under their control. On that time, Siraj ud Daul was the Nawab of Bengal. Okay, for this purpose, the British tried to maintain the army in Bengal. On that time, what did the British do? On that time, the British start to maintain their army in Bengal. Okay, so Siraj ud Daul, this situation, the Siraj ud Daul disliked this situation. They ordered not to maintain the army in Bengal. Siraj-ud-Daula ordered the British not to maintain the army in Bengal, but the British did not heard the word of the Nawab Siraj-ud-Daula. As a result, the Siraj-ud-Daula became very angry. So this situation led the war between the British and the Nawab of Bengal. His name called Siraj-ud-Daula. Okay. So on that time, the Siraj-ud-Daula took his army under the. On that time, the Siraj-ud-Daula sent his army to fight against the British, and also the British were also sent their army under the leadership of Robert Clive. Robert Clive. Robert Clive was the head of the British army. British sent their army under the leadership of the Robert Clive, but Siraj-ud-Daula was also came to the he took the leadership. Siraj-ud-Daula himself took the leadership of the his army. Siraj-ud-Daula himself took the leadership of his army, and he also tried to face the British army. As a result, both these armies met at the place called Plassey. Both these armies met at the place called Plassey. This battle was known as the Battle of Plassey. This war was known as the Battle of Plassey. The Battle of Plassey was fought between the Nawab of Siraj-ud-Daula and the British army under the leadership of the Robert Clive. Okay. This incident was known as the the Battle of Plassey. It was held in 1757. Result: Siraj-ud-Daula, especially the Siraj-ud-Daula, defeated in this battle. He was not only defeated in this battle, and also he was died, and the British got victory. This was the result of the Battle of Plassey. Okay. Next, the another battle was also held in 1765. The another battle was also held in 1765. That is known as the Battle of Buxar. The Battle of Buxar. The Battle of Buxar was held in 1765. The Battle of Buxar was held in 1765. Again, the battle was held between the Robert Clive. The British army headed over the Robert Clive and the Mughal Emperor Shah Alam. Shah Alam was the Mughal emperor on that time. So this battle was fought between the British means under the leadership of the army under the leadership of Robert Clive and the Shah Alam. Both were fought in the place called Buxar. This was held in 1765. This battle was known as the Battle of Buxar. Result: the Robert Clive got victory in this battle and the Shah Alam was defeated. As a result, the Bengal come under the control of the British. The whole Bengal come under the control of the British. In this way, from the four countries, the Europeans came to India and they start to rule in. They established their trading centers. Later, the British slowly took the power of India under their control. Okay. For that purpose, they fought in two important battles. Those were, one is the Battle of Plassey, another one is the Battle of Buxar. Okay. We shall stop here. We shall continue the next period. Okay. Thank you.